What the hell? That Nikon guy's buying a Canon? Before you hit the dislike button, it is true, but let me explain why. Okay, so let me start out by saying what this is not. It is not me moving away from Nikon. It is not me becoming that Canon guy or being bought by Canon. All the gear I buy retail in Sydney from Sun Studios, an Australian retailer. It's not me finding that any of my Nikon gear was lacking either, and it's not just a flight of fancy. There's a really good reason why I'm doing this. If you're just joining us, yes, the channel name is ThatNikonGuy. It's the name of my website and the community, and yes, I appreciate the irony of ThatNikonGuy buying a Canon. If you are just joining us, nice to meet you. My name is Matt Granger. I'm a person beyond the brand, and this channel has never been just about a brand. People who've been around for a while will know that I've used, reviewed, introduced, and appreciate all brands of gear. This has never been just about Nikon, and I have no formal ties with the brand. I chose the name because I love my Nikon gear and I consider myself a Nikon guy. I still consider myself a Nikon guy. The reason that I've decided to add some Canon gear to my bag is more and more of my business is becoming teaching, whether it's traveling the world running workshops, doing one-on-one lessons or stuff in Sydney. I'm doing more teaching each week, and more of my students, obviously, are Canon users. They are the #1 DSLR brand in the world in terms of market share. So a lot of my students are using Canon, and I'm so familiar with Nikon. If someone has a question about how do I do this, do they have this in the range, what's this feature called, how do I enable that, I know it off the top of my head. I know those systems like the back of my hand. But I haven't been able to do the same with my Canon students, and I want to offer the same level of service. So there's a couple of ways that I thought I could do that. I could buy an entry-level or intermediate kit from Canon and then keep it alongside the gear that I'm currently using. But I know myself, and I don't think I would use it very much if I went down that route. To be perfectly honest, my D800E, which I'm filming on now, and my D4 are perfect for my needs. They fill every need that I have, and as discrete cameras, they really fill two different niches in terms of gear that I require on the different work that I do. Unfortunately, because money doesn't grow on trees, if I'm going to get a higher end Canon, I can't just have it on top of those. So it has to be to replace one of them. And as good as the 5D Mark III is, there's no way you're prizing the D800E out of my hand. It's phenomenal. No time soon am I going to be getting rid of that. In my opinion, it's just peerless in its range in the market. However, the D4, I absolutely love it. And after the D800E, it is my second favorite DSLR that I've ever used. However, the 1DX is just as good of a camera. I've tested it, I've used it, I've loved it, I've been thinking about this for ages, and all of the things that I need the D4 that the D800 doesn't give me, I can also get from the 1DX. So I'm going to get the 1DX. Well, I shouldn't talk in hypotheticals. I have already bought the 1DX. My D4 has been into Nikon, been checked out, been cleaned, and is going onto eBay, and that's going to go on to a new home. And the 1DX is going to live in my bag, peacefully I hope, with the D800E. Now, as I said, this is not me leaving Nikon. I still have 6 or 7 Nikon cameras. I have a bunch of different brand of stuff. I have dozens of lenses and accessories and that kind of thing. And I'm adding a Canon to the fold. And that said, to, develop my skills and my knowledge, it's just a reality for me. I also run photo news and reviews, and a lot of my students have the latest and greatest gear and want to, I need to be up to date with it essentially, more so than other photographers. So it's just as likely that after I learn the 1DX, sometime down the track when the next generation of flagship cameras come out, the 1DXS or the D5 or whatever they're going to be, that I'll end up selling it and buying back into Nikon or some other thing. It's a learning process for me. Indeed, later in the year, I'm thinking about either getting a 4/3 system and or a Pentax Sony system to add to the bag as well, just to round out my skills more. Now, of course, this is a personal business decision and it's what I feel is best for me in the direction that I'm headed, but this is a community and you've been growing here with me. So I wanted to share it with you, and I hope you'll take it in your stride and we'll continue to move forward. I do anticipate some upset people and, to cop a little bit of flack, maybe something like this.
Bro, what do you think this is? A community for people who love photography? Nah, bro, it's all about the brands.
Oh my God, Are you kidding me? Do I have to change all my gear to Canon now?
You call yourself a professional? Only a child would change brands so flippantly. You truly are a fool. Fool. Synonym. Ignoramus. You truly are an ignoramus. Dark Lord of the Web signing off. Ha ha ha!
Mummy, what time is dinner?
But I really hope that you can take it in your stride and not get hung up on brand. As I've always said, that Nikon Guy is a community for anyone who loves the click of the shutter to get your gear out, go and shoot and develop, rather than just being focused on this particular gear that you're using. After all,
A rose by any other name will smell just as sweet.
am I right? So please leave me any thoughts, leave me your comments. I hope you'll stick with me and, get involved with my journey in learning the Canon system, and I look forward to being able to present, the same great content, and hopefully no one will be distracted too much by the particular camera that I'm using, but I'll start to get Canon terminology and Nikon terminology right and be able to present a more rounded range of stuff online and in all of my workshops. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, or you can jump over to the community forum at ThatNikonGuy.com. Whilst you're there, please sign up for our mailing list, and I hope I'll see you soon. Bye. Well, 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 looks like Mr. Nikon is finally admitting Canon's #1. We're #1.
Oh my god. Are you kidding me? What am I gonna do now?
Who are you, man? I thought I knew you. I thought we were Nikon brothers. I bought my first D90 because of you, man.
I'm really laughing. Bro, what do you think this is? A community for people who love photography? Nah, bro, it's all about the brands. Arr.